All praises due to the Most High, family. We back talking more football. Look, as a Saints fan, that's all. As a Saints fan, we got to tune in and see what the rest of the happenings is with the NFC South. So I had to watch the Falcons and the Panthers game, right? And we know the Panthers. Look, I'm hoping that the Panthers beat the Saints, not in terms of the game, but in terms of becoming the worst team in the league. That's really what I'm hoping, that the Panthers beat the Saints at. Can the Panthers please be worse than the Saints is what I'm hoping for, and that's what I'm tuning into their games for. But in watching them play the Falcons, they got a pretty good defense. That's my takeaway. I haven't watched every game of these two teams, but of course I had to watch the head-to-head. And we know division games are, less predictable than others in general. But to me, this was like an offensive team versus very much a defensive team. Now, the Panthers' defense obviously came to play in this game. 2 interceptions, almost both of them were pick sixes. They caused a fumble, recovered a fumble. Obviously, they didn't let any points on the board. So defense was lights out. Now this is a division game, so could that be the game planning? Could that be the familiarity? Those are part of the equation. Those things are part of the equation. But maybe the Panthers just got a stout defense. Like, another team that comes to mind is like the Browns. Right? Now, I don't trust Bryce Young. I believe he had a 2 interception game, a 3 interception game earlier in the season. Before going into this game, I would have told you Michael Penix is the better quarterback. I would have told you, and I still kind of feel that the Falcons' offensive personnel is their strong suit, whereas the Panthers' defensive personnel is their strong suit. Obviously, it's hard to say that that's a team's strong suit when you don't put up any points. When you put up 0 points, it's hard to say your offensive personnel is your strong suit. But can we say their defense is their strong suit? I mean, they allowed 30 points also. You know what I'm saying? Some of those came as direct scores from the or at least one of those touchdowns came as a direct score from the defense. So, but still, to me, the Falcons lean on their defense. The Panthers obviously lean on their I got that backwards. The Falcons lean on their offense. The Panthers obviously lean on their defense. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like, especially when we put up a game like this and the Panthers put up a division win like this, our hopes for them being the worst team, taking our spot for the worst team in the league, not looking bright right now. It's hard for me to say that the Falcons are the worst team, even though that was a bad loss to one of the worst teams. But again, we got to see how that division plays out. There's not too much to say here. This is really one-sided. It seems like the Panthers' defense, as it relates to the Saints and how this division will play out, these teams' strengths are what concern me, because we don't have a strength. As the worst team in the league, the Saints, we don't have a strength. Are we going to put up, 20-something points on the Panthers and the Falcons couldn't? That sounds like a lot to ask for my team. And then are we going to shut out the Falcons? The way that the Panthers did? Like, I don't know that our offense is better than the Falcons, and I don't think that our defense is better than the Panthers. So I still think those are going to be some tough games. Now, that's how division games work. Maybe we get one. Injuries may come into play. So maybe we just have the right game plan. Maybe we have a little bit of luck. But that's all I wanted to say in terms of the Saints, because they didn't play this game. The Panthers and the Falcons did. But there's not much to say. These aren't great teams. We're talking about in terms of the Saints, the Panthers, and the Falcons, we're talking about the bottom 10 of the league. So these are not, I don't think, playoff teams. This was not even a competitive game. We really just, can somebody play spoiler, against the Buccaneers maybe? I don't know. So playoff implications, not so much there. High level play, not so much there. Really, I was just tuning in to see how do the Saints compare to these two teams here. If you're a Falcons fan, you should be confident in the offense. But Penix, that he had a bad game. I think that the defense just kind of lined him up and baited him into making some throws that that he probably shouldn't have. Oh, obviously he shouldn't have, but I feel like they baited him. He's a decent quarterback, so it's not like it was straightforward and he just threw into the worst coverage. I think the Panthers baited him. If you're the Panthers, though, you're confident. The defense looked really good. And so maybe y'all can follow the same formula of success as the Browns. And we know that the Browns beat a top team in the league. Now, I don't think the Panthers defense is as good as the Browns. But maybe that's y'all's formula to success, to win some games that you probably shouldn't win, to beat some teams that are definitely better than the Panthers, is really leaning on that defense, turning the ball over. You did outpossess the Falcons, if I'm the Falcons, if I'm a Falcons and a Panthers fan, I'm at least confident in the strength of our team, like what our team's strength is. I'm at least confident if I'm a Falcons fan in the offense, even though you just had a bad game this time. And I'm confident if I'm a Panthers fan in the defense. Now, if as a Saints fan family, I'm not confident in either one of those, just to be honest with you. But there we go. That's another NFC South breakdown.